Hello, I'm Terry Hall, and welcome back to Tai Chi for Health. Okay, today we are on our lesson number 7, and we'll be adding 2 new moves, Stork Kuzi Swing and Brush Knee Left. So this group 1 here is making quite a bit of progress, and we'll be finished with the first 19 moves fairly soon. Okay. Once again, don't worry that you are behind or you think yourself behind. Just practice up to what you know, and then either get that perfected a little bit better, otherwise move on to the next move. Okay, there's no rush, but you must pay attention to the exercise rules and the movement rules that we've been teaching you. So of course, they're based on the 3 warm-ups: sunrise, sunset, fetching water right and left, and turning on the median axis right and left. These warm-up exercises you should be doing on your own, so that when you come online here, we can pretty much get into doing the form. You'll be ready, warmed up and ready to go. Okay. So today, right, we're going to start is we're going to review the first 8 moves, which brings us to single whip. And we're going to continue from the end of single whip to go back to the beginning, facing a different direction. So we call this the 4 directions, because as you do 4 of them, you'll be making a complete circle from one wall to the next wall, next wall, next wall, back to the original wall. Okay. And when you're practicing on your own, it's good if you can do at least 3 of them, 3 cycles. That's like 12 single whips. Okay, or 5 or 7 would be even better. Okay, so let's start off. Now let's start by here. Okay, good. Get set up your feet, ground yourself, sink the weight into your right, release the left, and float it out. Shift the weight over, even it out, set up your body, your back, your knees, your hips. And we're ready for movement number 1, commencement of Tai Chi. Next comes grass, bird's tail right. Make sure you're turning your hips when you move. Next move, grass, bird's tail left. Watch your foot position. Ward off, slantingly upwards to your right. Over the corner. Step to the wall. Touch the wall, pivot the back foot. Grasp the ball at the corner. Sit back, pull and turn. Press. And push. Single whip. Glance out of the corner of your eye at the corner over that side. Look at the next corner. Roll your right wrist out. Turn the next corner. Right palm up. You're 100% now on your right. Pick up your left. Turn. Step down to the wall. Turn your wrist. Kick out the back heel. Single whip. Now we can go back to the beginning by closing up. Close up. Bring your left hand forward, right hand forward. Shift, shift, shift. Now we're ready to go again. Opening. Commencement of Tai Chi. Grass, bird's tail right. Grass, bird's tail left. Ward off, slantingly upwards to your right. Grasp the ball, sit back, pull, and turn. Press. Sit back. No bent elbows. Relax your arms. Now push. Single whip. Sit back, turn. Pivot on your right. Sit back, turn. Lower your left arm, forward your right wrist, turn your hips. Unwind. Right wrist touches the corner. Unwind. Left hand touches the corner. Pick up your right, turn, step down to the wall, roll your left wrist, kick out your back heel. Single whip. Your feet position should be the same as the warm-up exercise, turning on the meat axis to your right. Okay. Close up. Let your hands float, shift, sink. Opening. Commencement of Tai Chi. Drop the wrists. Grasp bird's tail right. Turn the hips. Turn the hips. Turn the hips. Shift the weight. Shift. Grasp bird's tail left. Set, turn, shift, and turn, and pivot your back foot to the corner. Ward off slantingly upwards to your right. Turn the hips. Shift the weight. Turn the hips. Shift the weight. Turn the hips. Wall, corner. Sit back, turn. Turn the hips. You're not reaching. Shift the weight. Shift the weight. Shift the weight. Just like the warm-ups. Shift the weight. Turn. Pivot your right. Shift the weight. Turn your hips. Unwind. You're right now 80%, 90% on your right, 100% on your right. Pick it up, turn to the wall, kick out the back heel. Close up. Opening. Grasp bird's tail. Grasp bird's tail. Ward off, slantingly upwards to your right. Sit back, pull and turn to your left. Press. And push. Single whip. Corner, corner, wall. Now we're back to the original wall where we started. It's one cycle. Close up. And then you can start again, do another cycle. So when you're practicing at home, do like 3 cycles, and that'll help you a lot. And actually, if you feel like you already had a lot to learn, that may be a good place for you to stop and just practice that the whole semester, the remaining semester. And just add more moves or do other ones you like. Because basically you're doing all the moves. You're just not aware of it yet because you don't feel it yet and you haven't been able to get the body working in one piece yet. So it's okay. But it's up to you, you know, You ready to move on? Move on, because last time we did from there, raise your right and step up, and then we're going to go into stork who's a swing and brush knee left today. All right. Okay, let's take it from the beginning, and then we'll review the movement you learned at the last class. All right? Raise your right and step up. Opening. Commencement of Tai Chi. Grasp. Bird's tail to your right. Grasp. Bird's tail to your left. Ward off. Slantingly upwards to your right. Touch the wall. Grasp the ball to corner. Sit back, pull, and turn your hips. Turn your hips. Shift, press. No bent elbows. And push. Single whip. Corner. Corner. Wall. Kick out the back heel. Now the heel gets kicked out. The other ones are all pivots up to this point. Raise your right and step up. Open up to the first corner. Hands together to that corner. Right hand slides behind the left, sit down, press slightly. Shift your weight to your right as you're seated. Pivot your left toe to the corner you just touched. Shift your weight to your left, lower your right hand, shift and turn and glance over there at corner number 2. Like a block here gently. Corner number 3, turn to the third corner, turn your hips, and let your wrist rise up to that corner. As it rises up, the weight goes down to your left and the right can come up. Then you can turn slightly and place your right foot down parallel to your left, but don't stand on your right. Just put it down gently. Keep the weight on your left. Lower your hands, turn, keep the weight on your left. Now, as you shift over, shift to your right. Right now, we're about 70%, maybe even 80% on our right. We're going to be 100% on our right. We're going to shift to your right more. Turn and face the last corner and sit and scoop slightly. We're standing 100% on our right, so left foot can come up. You can turn to the front, place the toe down, turn the wrist up. This is where right wrist comes up and opens. That's stork who's its swing. It's a new move. Okay. Let's take it from single whip. Raise your right step up. Corner number 1. Give it the toe to the corner. Shift, turn, corner number 2. Corner number 3. Raise your right. Turn and step to the right. Corner number 4. Turn, scoop. Pick it up, front, up, and open. That's stork who's its way. Okay, let's do it again. Single whip. Raise your right and step up. Corner 1. Corner 2. Corner 3. Raise your right. And step to the right. Your feet are parallel. Stork cools its wings. Shift, turn, corner 4. To the wall. Notice how my wrist is dropped. Don't pick up your elbow like this, okay? Comes up like this and opens. Okay, let's do it again. Single whip. Raise your right and step up. Corner number 1. shift, pivot to the corner, shift, turn, corner number 2, corner number 3, raise your right, place your feet parallel, stay on your left, turn. Now you shift to your right as your arm collapses, as your ball collapses. Stork is the end, but raise your right and step up. Next move, stork cools its wings. Turn to your left, look at the next corner, scoop to that corner gently, pick it up, bring it to the front. Okay, you're standing on your right. Turn your left hand over, pretend there's a string in your hand. You draw the string to the center of the body. Center of the body. Notice how my elbow drops. This is very similar to commencement of Tai Chi. Right? It gets to about your bridge eye level. Then it gets to that level. You pretend there's a bubble here. It's elastic, and we're going to open the bubble. Open. There's a variation of sunrise, sunset. Okay? Just like that. And you're standing pretty much on your right. Okay, so that's the next new move, which is stork cools its wings. Okay, let's do it again. This way facing you, so you can watch it again. Raise your right and step up. Corner 1. Corner 2, look. Corner 3, raise your right, turn to the wall, place your foot down gently, stay on your left, turn, and step to your right. Stork cools its wings, corner 4. Drop the elbow, relax, and open. When you finish, you're pretty much 100% on your right. 95 is fine. Okay, 90 is okay too, I guess, right now. But you're pretty much 100% on your right. And inside your arm is a bubble. Your hands are not like this. It's not like this. It's not against your body like this. Okay, it's a round ball right here. Feel the bubble inside here. Okay. Okay, now once again. Raise your right and step up. Turning the hips, shifting the weight. End of raise your right and step up. Stork cools its wings. You're standing pretty much 100% on your right. Okay, one more time for facing you. Okay, then we'll move on to the next move. Raise your right and step up. Pivot to the corner. Look at the corner. Turn to the corner. Raise your right from the corner. Place your right foot down parallel to the left to this corner. Towards this corner, doesn't have to be exactly right. It's not to the wall. It's parallel to the other foot. Bring down and then shift. Right here, look down. See if your feet are parallel. They should be pretty much parallel going that direction. Okay. If this movement, if this foot is pointing to this wall, you're not going to make it over here. Okay, you have to have the foot turn to the corner to make it over here. Shift your weight to your right, turn, sit, scoop to the corner. Pick up your left, bring it around, turn your right hand over, just bring it right around like so. Bring it right around like so. It's like drawing a string up the center, and the elbow is dropped. It's like the wrist just rises up. It's eye level, inflate the balloon and open. Don't raise your elbows. Don't tense your shoulders. Let your arms just float His whole arm just opens up together. Now we're standing pretty much 100% our back foot. Okay, now you got to the critical point. And we're going to teach you now how to walk. Okay, and walking is a very important aspect of Tai Chi because that's how we get around. And in order to maintain stability and control, you have to know how to walk properly. Now, some people will say, well, I've been walking my whole life. I think I'm doing okay. And the answer to that is generally yes. The everyday common walk is designed to be very efficient, okay, fuel efficient, effort efficient. And in order to become efficient, you use other powers or other strengths around you to help mobilize you. And the other strength around you is gravity. Okay, gravity. So when we learn to walk, when you look at a young child who's just maybe 6 months or 8 months, whenever they start walking, I've forgotten by now. When they first stand up, they can't stand up, they fall down. They can't even stand up, right? In the beginning, falling here, falling over there, falling this way. But eventually, they'll kind of get up off the ground, and then they'll wobble a little bit, then they'll fall again. But after a while, they'll learn to move, but a lot of times they end up moving backwards, okay, because they'll lean back, and they'll fall again. And then after a while, they'll learn to lean forward, and they'll fall again, falling forward. But they're going to figure out that, if I move my foot in front of me before I completely lose my balance and fall, I don't fall right away. So they do this. And they take 3 steps in the fall. And then pretty soon they take 5 steps. Next thing you know, they're just running around the room, right? Like they've done it all their life. But as you know, with little children, if they run as fast as they can, you encourage them to run really fast. These little kids, right? 3-year-old, 5 years old. They're eventually going to have, one thing's going to happen to most of them. They're going to fall down. That's why parents are always yelling at them in the yard. Don't run, stop running, don't run so fast, right? Because they lose control. You lose control because they're walking by using, or running, by using gravitational force to help propel them. Because when they fall forward, they don't have to use energy to go forward. They just have to catch up and then keep going. Okay? And that's how we learn to walk. So as you get older, pretty soon the kid does not fall. They can walk. They can stop, right? Turn. Other children, when they walk too fast, they stop. They lose their balance. After a while, you get walk. You can stop. You turn. Walk. Stop. You say, "I'm not losing my balance. I'm not off balance." Why do you think you're off balance? Okay, you're not off balance. You don't feel that you're off balance because you become comfortable with it. Okay, and your body thinks it's okay. So if we have you walking down the street talking, you're busy talking to a friend, and there's something in front of you. Let's say the pavement's uneven, or maybe even a stone, or maybe a wire that you can't see. Okay, what will happen? You walk, and the line's right here, and then when you hit it, you fall forward. Okay, you fall forward. Why do you fall forward? Because your body is leaning forward. So you learn to walk like this, basically, exaggerating it. Like that, and then but you walk, keep your foot fast enough so that you get your body upright, but you're still falling forward. That's the everyday common walk. In Tai Chi, we don't walk like that. Okay, the way we walk is the way you do the third warm-up, turning on the median axis right and left. As I tell you, those 3 warm-ups are the basis for the whole form. Right? Okay, so let's do it from single whip. Then we'll add the brush knee. Single whip, we've been up here, we've been at this point 2 weeks ago. Last week we added what? Raise your right and step up, right? So raise your right and step up, open up, corner 1. Corner 2. Corner 3. Raise your right. Feet parallel, keep the weight in your left, turn your hips, and shift. Stork, cools, it swings. There's a new move you just learned this week. Shift your weight to your right, turn to the last corner, turn your hips, and scoop gently with your hand. When you're standing on your right, you can pick up your left knee, turn to the wall, place your toe down, don't stand on it, just down gently. Turn your right wrist over, draw the string up the center of the body, gets about eye, nose level, inflate the balloon. Stork cools this way. Now we are ready to walk. But you're going to notice something about walking is that the upper body seems to be doing a lot of work. And this is where people get confused when they do Tai Chi, because they're going to focus on the upper body. Okay. So I'm going to show you an exercise that will help balance that out. But in order to do this move, you follow this order. The first thing we do is drop your right elbow. Relax it. Just relax it. The next thing you do, and you must do it in this order, okay, is you turn your hips. Now you all learn to turn your hips to your left. You just turn comfortably to your left. You don't twist. After you've turned, the next thing you do is you switch hands. Switching hands meaning the one on top goes to the bottom, one on the bottom goes to the top. Down, up. Very simple. Let's do that again. Stork Kusa-Twing. Brush knee. First thing you do, drop your right elbow. Next thing you do is turn your hips. Kind of like to the corner. Next thing you do, switch hands. Next thing you do, turn your hips to your right. Now you turn to the right, you go, whoa, you're not going to turn a lot more this way than that way. That's because of which leg you're standing on and how much rotation you have in the hip joint. So yes, this one you're going to turn more than the other one because your body is able to maintain the balance because the hip can take that. Okay, let's do it again. Stork Kusa-Twing. And we haven't walked yet. Okay, drop your right elbow. Turn your hips. Switch hands. Down, up. Turn your hips. As you turn, this left hand flips over gently. You see that? It flips over and turn. And then we switch hands again. Right hand down, left hand up. Okay? Once again. Brush knee. Drop your right elbow. Turn. Switch hands. Turn. Flip the hand over. Switch hands. Real simple. And you have not yet stepped. So everything is done in the center here. Okay. So it's just like you're standing in sunrise, sunset. Everything is still in the center, except you're on one leg more than the other. But this one is the same kind of idea, feel. Okay. All right, here we go. Stork Kusa-Twing. Brush, knee, left. Drop your right elbow. You must do it in this order, okay? Turn your hips. Switch hands. Turn your hips. Flip your right hand over. And switch hands again. Right hand down, left hand up. Now we focus, standing on our right. Into the ground, just like the warm-ups. And that allows you to raise your left knee. Okay, just pick it up gently. If you can't do this, it's going to be impossible for you to do the Tai Chi walk. Okay, if you do this, you're like that, which is not unusual. That's okay. You have to learn how to be balanced first. Okay, you learn that from standing and doing this move. You learn that from particularly this move, right? So the warm-ups teaches you all that already. Okay, so if you have that down, you should be able to do it. Take a little bit of, and when you do lose your balance, you have to figure out why. Not everybody is losing their balance for the same reason. If you're not sure what it is, that's what the videos are for. You video yourself. Here, I'm losing my balance. What should I do? Send it to me and I will correct it for you. Right? All right, here we go. Stork Kusa-Twing. Brush, knee, left. Drop the right elbow. Turn. Switch hands. Turn. Flip the right hand over. Switch hands. Pick up your left knee. reach out, place your heel down to your left. Don't worry about your hands. Down to your left and shift and turn to the wall. Look at your feet. This is nothing. This is what counts, okay? This is what counts. Your feet must be in the same position as turning on the median axis to your right. Everybody knows that move. Left foot to the wall, right foot somewhere towards the corner, right and left feet separated. Right and left feet separated, not like that. Not like that. Okay, once again, this is where the movements are. The top part, you're moving because you're turning. So it's not your hands really moving anyway. If you really follow the movement, Stork-Kouzits wings, it opens because this part comes up, energy goes in your arm, and it fills up that balloon. This part just turn, it draws this down. Around, this part turn, it draws that. It's not, I'm not doing like this. It's just natural how the hands move. Just like it's natural how the hands and arms move. On this one, same feeling. This is the feeling you're after. Okay. Here we go. Stork-Kouzits wing. Standing on your right. Brush, knee, left. Drop and relax the right elbow. Turn. Switch hands. Turn. Flip the hand over. Switch hands. Pick up your left. Reach out. Step down, heel, toe to the wall, and shift and turn your hips to that wall. Don't worry about your hands. Check your feet. Okay, stay here now. Then we're going to take another step. Hands we'll deal with later. Okay. Next step. Sit back. Open your left foot to this wall, if you can. If it's too tight for you, your knee hurts, don't do it. Okay, open it less. If you can turn it to this wall, that's good. Shift. And now, when you do this, your body, you pay attention, wants to go that direction. Because that's where you set your foot. You're not going to go straight like this. You want to go here. In order to go here, you must do what? You must turn your hips to allow you to go here. You turn your hips, right? Now you can feel comfortable and shift and pick up the other foot. We don't fall. Okay, but right now we just do the first two new moves: brush knee, Stork-Kouzits wing, and brush knee left. And then I will show you the walk, and then that will make sense to you how to walk. I'll separate out from all these arm motions at the top. Okay. Okay, here we go. Stork-Kouzits wings. Brush, knee, left. Drop elbow, turn. Switch hands, turn. Switch hands, step forward. Oh, that's right, that's right. Just step forward and shift and turn, 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 turn. When you turn, your hands automatically do this. You don't have to do a whole lot because your body is driving it. You don't do this with your hand. You just relax and you notice that your left hand's going to come around and your right hand's going to go out because it's coming from here. What we want to avoid are people doing it like this. That's no good. Okay, but all right. I mean, if you're not interested in trying to get the Tai Chi feeling into it, but that's not proper because it's just like this is not right either, right? Right. But this sit and turn and shift, turn, right? Same thing. Okay, let's take it from single whip. Raise your right and step up. Open up. Corner. Sit. Shift. Give it left. Shift. Lower your right hand. Turn. Corner 2. Form your right wrist. Turn. Corner 3. Pick up your right. Bring it around. Legs down parallel. Stay on your left. Turn. Hold the ball. Now collapse the ball behind your right forearm as you shift to your right. And Raise your right and step up. Next move, stork cools its wings. Shift all the way to your right, turn to your left, look at the corner, sit straight down and scoop a little bit. Pick up your left knee, bring it around, do the wall. Turn your right wrist over, draw the string up the center of the body, elbow dropped. And inflate the balloon. Now we're ready for brush knee. Drop your right elbow, turn. Switch hands, turn. Switch hands. Step forward to your left heel, then toe. Turn your hips, face the wall, and your right hand will be brought out by your body turning, and your left hand will naturally come over here by your turning. And when you finish, you're about 60-40 or 45, 55-45, or maybe 70 at the most. Okay, but I think 60-40, try to keep it. Don't do 70 or 80. Okay. All right. So let's do it from the beginning. Okay, put that together. That's the first step, brush knee lift. Opening. Commencement of Tai Chi. Grass, bird's tail right. Grass, bird's tail left. Ward off, slantingly upwards to your right. Sit back, pull and turn. Press. Release and sit back. No bent elbows. Push. No straight arms. Single whip. Corner one, corner two, corner three. Wall. Kick out the back heel. Check your feet. Must be correct. Raise your right and step up. Open up. Corner one. Shift. Pivot to the corner. Shift. Lower your hand. Turn. Block. Corner two. Corner three. Oh, is that right? Corner four. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, okay. From here, stork goes this way. Shift all the way to your right. Turn to the last corner. Sit and scoop. Get up, turn to the wall, right wrist up to center, and open. And standing 100% pretty much on your right. Bubble. Don't straighten your arms. Don't crook it. Don't try to pick it up, push it down, push up. It's just round. Inside here is like a hollow ball right here. Okay. Let's do it from single whip one more time. Okay. I think I'll probably show you the walk part next time, because I want you to digest a little bit more of the first 8 moves on doing the single whip circle rotation before we do the walk. So I'll save it for next lesson. Single whip. Raise your right and step up. Corner one. Stork cools its wing. Corner four. Brush, knee, left. Turn. And your right hand goes out here and your left hand's here. It's very natural. You don't have to really do much to it. You don't push it out. Okay, you don't push this back. Just turn, have it set. Stork who's its way. Brush, knee left. Drop the elbow. Turn. Switch hands. Turn. Switch hands. Step forward. Shift. Turn the hips. Your hands automatically go out. Can we finish? 60-40 or 55-40, about 45 is good in the weight. Okay, I think we'll stop here for this week. Review the tapes. You know, those tapes are available, so you can go over it anytime. If I'm too long-winded or it's too slow, just skip ahead. If I'm talking too much, just turn the volume off, right? You just follow the move. Okay, so you have total control on that end. Okay. All right, we'll stop here, and next week, well, I'll introduce you to the something that's comparable to the 4 directions. And that's the Tai Chi walk. So between that and the warm-ups, you have a very good set, a very strong set of exercises to learn the form and do it well. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.